Welcome to the channel. Waiting for some people to join up. How's it going? Let's wait for other people to join. Hey, American Patriot Man. Thank you. How are you doing? It's good to see you. First one here. Thank you, Mechanic Kinsey. Mechanic Mechanic Kinsey. I just want to say Mechanic Kinsey. How's everyone? Hi, Eldred Jonas. Everyone doing good today? Did you enjoy anyone who was here last night, did you enjoy the thunderstorm? We had a pretty good thunderstorm, and that's kind of rare actually here. We don't get many of them. Only on warm rainy days is that possible. I don't know about you, but I do enjoy thunderstorms. Am I recovering? Yeah, I've been clean for 3 years. I was a heroin addict for 6 years, and yeah, I've been clean for 3 years and about 1 month. I've been clean as of February 28, 2023, to be precise. I'm going to close that door. Yeah. Yeah. I just took Shando for a walk. Did you enjoy your walk, baby boy? Hi. Hi, you want to say hi to Shando? Baby boy, big boy. Big muffin. Puppy breath. Oh my goodness. I know you're a little camera shy. Yeah, thank you. Thank you, mechanics. Hi, Macrella. How are you doing? Yes, he's a good boy. Oh, coffee. Oh. Nothing like a fresh cup of joe. Hmm. Where did I put that? Here. Sweet boy. I think it's good to consistently write down goals. I don't think that New Year's resolutions are stupid, but like James Vanderbeek said before he passed on, he was kind of, just thinking about New Year's resolutions, and he stated that, he asked the question, why don't we celebrate New Year's resolutions in springtime when everything's fresh and new and sunny and bright and hopeful? No one feels all that, I don't know, hopeful when the weather is so gray and you have like 3 more months of gray weather to expect. I think it would make more sense to have resolutions in spring. Who's the person in the back? There's no persons in the back. Are you referring to my doll? People make comments on my dolls all the time. Mayo, as if. Hi, hi, hi. Yeah, you're a little weird, Boosted Monza. A little weird. It's pretty obvious that I'm a woman, but whatever. I'm getting so desensitized and used to people asking stupid questions. There are women out there who look more manly than I do, by far. Women can have strong jawlines. It exists, by the way, and oftentimes those women are picked by agents to become models and actresses. So, I mean, I'm not trying to toot my own horn. I'm just saying I'm not by no means a manly looking woman. How much sobriety time do you have? I've been clean from heroin for 3 years, since February 28, 2023. Keep on believing. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Shadow Titan. Mister? Mister? Thank you, Maddie. Yep, 3 years. It's been a long and difficult road, but it's been absolutely worth it. You know, after 6 months, you just things get better and better and better. It's got to be proactive. You got to apply yourself to recovery. Um, and part of recovery, in my opinion, isn't just being clean from it. Isn't just dropping the drugs. It's also trying to cultivate a better mindset, better mental and physical health. It really helps to exercise and take good care of yourself, pamper yourself, treat yourself, be kind to yourself, do things that remind you that life can be pleasurable and beautiful in so many other senses. You don't have to sedate yourself with something that's ultimately going to lead to I'm sorry, prisons, institutions, or death. It's not a very hopeful outlook, that future. It's easier to stay sober than it is to get sober. Yeah, yeah. That 1 month period, after you've gotten clean, you're past the most painful part of heroin withdrawal. Day 2, day 3 is inarguably the most painful part for most people. Um, Within that month, it's considered to be a little more dangerous than just the pain of the first few days, because that's when you really start to crave it. That's when the boredom ensues. That's when the uncertainty and the boredom and the craving ensues. So, yeah, you got to be careful around that time. I suggest getting a counselor, a good counselor. Don't give up on that. Don't think that, oh, because you didn't have any success with this one counselor, that they're all going to be bad. My counselor was amazing. I lucked out. My counselor was absolutely amazing. Not only that, but they were addicted to meth, and even Keith Richards wouldn't touch meth, considering how what he observed from it and how it affected people he knew. Good evening. Hi, Ian. As a fellow recovering addict, I wish you nothing but the best. Thank you. I've had amazing and terrible counselors. Yeah, exactly. So it's the same in any excuse me, with any uh you know career or group or whatever. Like, for instance, there are good cops and bad cops. There are good counselors and bad counselors. There are good therapists and bad therapists. There are good and bad, just in any uh category of or career, any group, any place where there's a lot, and a group of people, there's gonna be bad ones and good ones. So, yeah, don't give up. because they can be very helpful when they're good. Coffee. Sorry. I think I got allergies. Thank God heroin doesn't exist anymore. I don't know about that. Hope we're cracking down enough on that because I haven't been looking into the news as much as usual. But man, remember we're not long ago we were having this fentanyl opioid epidemic. Lots of young people, but in fact, they even sent out a oh dear. Oh, I forgot I wiped my lipstick off of this earlier today. And I tried to blow my nose on it, and I got lipstick in my nose. Oh, ugh. Sorry. It looks like I got a. Oh no. Yeah, it can get a little messy, I guess. Allergies suck. Allergies really suck, and you know what? They're not even that bad with me. I know people who have allergies so bad their eyes close. They can't even open their eyes. They're so puffy. But yeah, just not used to it. Not used to it. Mm. Hello. Everyone is doing meth. It's cheap and everywhere in New York. Sheesh. Well, New York's kind of messed up right now. It wouldn't even surprise me. I feel sorry for New Yorkers. A lot of them are moving out, you know. There are attacks going on, and the new mayor doesn't seem to give a rat's ass about it. It's pretty sick. That's as much about that as I'm going to say. It could get very inflammatory. It's crazy and getting worse, yeah. Buffalo. Yeah, I had cousin my uncle went there. They always like back in the day, and he always shares throwback pics of him and my aunt's time in Buffalo. Good evening, Ian here. As a fellow recovering addict, I wish you nothing but the best. Thank you, Ian. Oh, I was drinking coffee. But I need to get some tea because I love tea and it's been a long time. I have this teapot that's for blooming flower tea. Let's get some of that because I love it. Galatians chapter 5 verse 22, but the fruit of the spirit is love, joy, peace, forbearance, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, and self-control. Against such things there is no law. Absolutely. That one, a lot of people share that one. It's a really good verse. Timothy chapter 2 verses 4 to 5. Who will have all men to be saved and to come unto the knowledge of of the truth? For there is one God and one mediator between God and man, the man Christ Jesus. The mental side of withdrawal was the hardest for me. Yeah, it is often the hardest part. And it's insane because off that's the time when a lot of people relapse, and then they have to, once they get back on the wagon and decide to recover, go through the cure again, they have to go through all that pain, bone deep pain all over again. That's the insanity of it. Putting yourself through that again and again and again because I'm bored, and it's a chemical imbalance that we have to overcome. Our dopamine receptors are all out of whack. But if you give yourself patience and time and seek help in those moments, don't go at it alone. It will pass. I went through it. I think we all do. We all go through that phase of, and it seems to take a long time, craving and temptation, and it becomes a miserable cycle of feeling like a failure. But if you get back up, you're not a failure. Relapsing is definitely a big part of the process in a lot of cases. Knowing where you're at and how to approach from there accordingly is very important. Nah, I'm not rushing. Mm, Alcohol is one of the hardest drugs to get clean off of. I could imagine because it's so socially acceptable. That's what a lot of people do after work. You might get invited here and there to parties where there's going to be alcohol. Yeah, so the fact that it's so accessible and so socially valued, like people celebrate with alcohol. Yeah. Yeah, in that sense, I mean, it's easier said than done. Not hanging out with your friends anymore because they drink, that must be rough. Just find another crowd of people who don't drink. That's why I don't know, certain meetings, AA can be a little valuable because you can befriend people who are have the same common goal as you. Gotta be careful about choosing these places though, because a lot of times the attendees do not want to be there. They're forced to be there. What got me on the road of recovery? What happened? Wow, I hit rock bottom and I lost everything, and it should not get to that point to decide to make a change. But I wanted to get clean before then, but it was a cycle of being clean for 1 month and then relapsing. It was always at that point, at that 1 month point where I started to get really bored, and my mind, there's a voice in my head screaming, go get more, go get more, go get more. So yeah, that was really difficult. But I lost my apartment. I was suspended from work. I began to realize the effects that my habits were having on the people I love. And um, I, you know, I was aware of the statistics and how many people relapse, how many people fail recovery. And so I decided I'm going to prove them wrong. I'm going to fucking prove them wrong, man. That's going to be my high. Proving the naysayers wrong, proving everyone, even before my addiction, whoever said I don't have a backbone wrong. Growing up as a kid, just because I was sensitive, I had certain people telling me I don't have a backbone. I'm going to prove them wrong because I most certainly do have a backbone. I most certainly am a strong person. I'm from America. Yeah, I don't go to meetings right now, but actually I should. There are a lot of meetings. Most of them will allow for me to bring my dog with me. Shadow really helps. Sorry, I'm like missing some of the comments here. Thank you. Actually, it's a shirt. It's a blouse. Thank you. Absolutely seek help. Don't worry about judgment. Precisely. Precisely. Is this the Pokemon trading channel? Yo, when I was a kid, one of the most 90s things that happened to me, and I'm 35 years old. Yeah, I'm a 90s kid. it was probably like 2000, 2001, though. I had my whole binder of Pokemon cards with me. Yeah, it was probably the year 2000. I was around 9 years old. And yeah, I had Charizards, holographics, Mew, you name it. I had so many good Pokemon cards. And I took them out to the cul-de-sac, which, yeah, my childhood was like Ed, Ed, and Eddie. Like, I was like that kid with the headgear. What was his name? The one with the plank toy? The plank board, I mean. Anyway, I was sitting on the sidewalk and I got surrounded by tons of kids asking to trade my Pokemon cards for Digimon and Beanie Babies. I got a Robin Beanie Baby, Robin Bird Beanie Baby out of that negotiation. First time I ever did business with anyone. First time I negotiated with anyone was when I traded my Pokemon cards for stuff. Except I only traded one. I didn't even know what Digimon was, so I didn't care. I just wanted some Beanie Babies. Oh, what is it, buddy? Oh, it's just the mailman or whoever. Someone, maybe it's somebody's DoorDash. I don't know. Is that Monster High behind you? Yes, that's Monster High. Hey, I'm looking great. Thank you, Louie. Ham Rider. I know a guy who uses kratom every week. He seems okay. Yeah, kratom's okay as long as, you're not addicted to it. I never got addicted to kratom. I've done it before. It actually helped me with my cravings and helped a friend of mine who was a really hard addict back in the day. I hope she's doing okay right now because I haven't heard from her in a while, and I really liked her. Um, she's cool, but man, she really helped me out while I was dealing with recovery. I should reach out to her and see how she's doing. I, you know, I tend to forget to do things. I keep a mental note, and then right after this, I'm going to get caught up in some other distraction and completely forget about that until, yeah, I only remember these things when I'm occupied. I need to remember. In fact, yeah, I don't know. Yes, I should not be vaping. Let's see, keep a note. The hand drawing last night was awesome. You should do an art channel. Thank you, Justin. Yeah, I've been considering that. Yeah, once this channel kind of, grows a little bit more. Oh, actually, I should do that. But I'm gonna incorporate the art with this channel for the time being, just to show people my hobbies and like what I do while I'm recovering, what helps with my recovery. My art as it relates to recovering, I think is very important. It's important for people to remember that they, practice and skill and all that. Having something to preoccupy your mind with can be very helpful in recovery. It's like art therapy. It's like, and um, incorporating that into my recovery, I think can be inspiring to some people. But yeah, a separate art channel is a great idea. I have to look about how I'm going to do that and how I'm going to arrange my time so that I have time for both these things because I think this is very important. Yeah, kratom can make you very nauseous, especially when you first try it, and if you take too much and you don't eat anything right before you do it, yeah, it can be sensitive. I feel like most people who do drugs don't have their life together already, and this is a problem because you're using it either as a reward or a fix. Yeah, I think it's an escapism in most cases. Escaping, like, it could happen because you lost a loved one. Everyone has a different story. So we really don't have a right to judge people who became addicts. Like we're so much better. You had sweet potato pie today? Nice. First time here subbing just to support. Thank you, Adrian. I appreciate that. People who get clean are the strongest people out there. Yeah, well, it takes a lot of strength and biting the bullet, so to speak, for sure. It's made me stronger. Y- Yeah, you're a nasty person, Stan Pie. Wow, that's hateful. He said, "You got a hole in your chin, so that means you can blow your nose and wipe your ass at the same time." LOL. That's just hateful. Hateful. What's the point in that? People have dimples. It's a dimple. It's not even like a cleft, which I wouldn't even. Yeah, that's just nasty. There's nothing wrong with clefts or dimples. They don't look like asses, you know? Icky. I'll bet this guy is really a looker. I'll bet he's a real looker. No damn way you're older than me. I remember waking up early in the morning just to watch Pokemon. Yeah, I remember we used to go to Blockbuster. I'd have a $5 per week allowance and I'd buy the latest Pokemon movie, you know, or show. I only got into heroin when I left Portugal and met dealers here in UK, huh? Yeah, I mean there are various reasons and circumstances that we can't just we never know where we're going to be at any point in our lives or where our mind's going to be at. It's There's no point in judging people who get into that because you just never know what their situation is. They're not bad people. Just because you became an addict does not mean you're an intrinsically bad person. Whoever thinks that, it's like, I don't get it. It's a substance. It's an escapism. It does not define the who the person is deep down. You never know why a person falls into that trap, whether it be because they're young and naive and stupid and curious, or whether it be because they've lost a loved one or can't afford their prescription meds or blah 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 blah. There are all kinds of reasons why people use, and we don't have a right to judge. They're not bad people. Now it's bad to, for instance, when you're an addict, wreak havoc on your loved ones and steal their meds and all that. Thank God I never did any of that. Um, I worked in a cafe where I was able to work my ass off there, and it was so chill and low key that I could just go in the back room and do my drugs and come right out. Like it was, I worked solo in this local cafe that was kind of dingy and dilapidated already. Like that's where I met people like that. No one even seemed to care until my drinking got out of hand, honestly. Wow, we got a lot of jerks being deleted. Sheesh. In your experience, does an addiction unfold from the environment you had grown up in or from your inner reaction to it? Dissociation from the world that is unbearable. I think it's a disassociation from the world that's unbearable. That's one part. It's an escapism. And I think that, yeah, it can be triggered, whether it be subconscious or not, from a history of, childhood trauma. And there are various factors that can come into play. And it's hard to delineate or just pinpoint because it's not black and white. That's why it takes a lot of strength to recover because you also have to kind of live with your feelings, live with your thoughts, coexist with them, if you will. Thank you, Heather. Yeah, these people are morons. Thank you, Carlos. Do you have any advice on how to get friends or meet people who care about you? Hey, Nix. I don't have that now, and things get rough without support. Honestly, I'm trying to figure that out too. I have a couple friends from work who are very supportive in that regard, but most of the people around there couldn't give a rat's ass. Yeah, so I don't know. I mean, I would look up online free if I mean I for me, I'd like to find something that's free. Free meetup groups for like-minded people, like for people who are thinking about recovery, or an art therapy group, or you know I just do a little bit of research online because I have no idea. I have no idea. I've been looking for that, and every single one of them says you got to pay like $15 per month, and there's got to be something out there that's doesn't cost $100. Do you have any advice? Okay. Uh, Yeah, so I don't know. If I when I find something, I'll let you know. I'll tell you what I did, how I found it, and what I did to find it. Sweet potato pie. What was my story? I was a heroin addict for 6 years. I've been clean for 3 years. Young lady, you have a very beautiful smile. Thank you, Flebo. Oh, thank you, Lucian. Blockbuster video. Gosh, I'm getting real behind though. Wow, you got a lot of. I mean, I'm seeing so many messages that are being deleted. What? Wow. Can only imagine the hateful things they're saying, but it's okay. My moderators are doing a good job. I mean, if they're being timed out, then it must be really bad. Ugh. Doing a dart or pool league gets you out around people anyway. Yeah, something like that. Join whatever you're interested. Find a group or a league, as Kilroy said, to find people you have something in common with, and hang out and make friends, and of people who have positive outlooks on life. I would say, with me, I would say join an art or paint and plein air group. Um, there's also sports again. There's even dog walking groups, man. Like, go to the dog park and meet people. I've met friends at the dog park. That's pretty cool. Um, if you have a dog. There are all kinds of groups out there that would be so warm and accepting, and not all about drugs, not constantly reminding you of your past or using, and love you for who you are, because they don't know anything about your past. You can basically start anew with if you join a group of like-minded people who love to partake in the same hobbies as you, and they can lift you up. You can get better and better at your hobbies while making friends at the same time. It's two good things. Thank you, Intergalactic. Why are people so obsessed with my gender? Weird. People that say mean things, you have to wonder what their life is like. Yeah, that's pretty much where I'm at with these people. I'm just thinking, wow, I'm just envisioning a loser. She is a biological woman. Shut the fuck up, Peanut. Exactly. Hey, girl, hope you're doing well. Thank you, Kieran. My parents would always remind me of my past. Yeah, I get it. I get it. I have a parent who does that. And it doesn't help. In fact, if anything, it's kind of triggering. Kind of makes you think that, hey, if they all expect me to fail, then what's the point? You never want to make a person feel like that. Like, oh, this is what you are now. This is your identity. And well, I know you're going to fail because everybody fails. It's like, no, you're a cynic. You're cynical and you don't know me. Yeah, I know. I know what that's like. Wishing you a beautiful days. Haters are weirdos. They sure are, because they don't know me. Exactly. By the way, today I remembered the song Don't Leave Me Home by Ditto. Although initially quite sad, it's actually beautiful. It depends on how you look at it. And now I'm going to bed. Bye. Take care, Macrelly. Have a good sleep. And thank you for coming to my channel here for even for a little bit. Your blue eyes are very beautiful. Green is my favorite color. What's your favorite color, sweetheart? My favorite color, green has been my favorite color since I was little. I like teal though. I like greenish blue, and I like a dark teal, and I like what's it called? What's it called again? Mauve. I like mauve, but a dark mauve, like a dark cranberry plum mauve. Hey, Ganchi. Love seeing you show books in context. Most of us don't know jack about some of the titles. Yeah, I love a good book. John Steinbeck is my favorite. And yeah, I like Shakespeare and Dr. Dogbody's Leg. Those are some of my favorites. Um, I've yeah, I've showed you guys my book collection. She she looks nothing like a male. Indeed, gosh, these guys are real weirdos, aren't they? Assuming I'm male or being all obsessed. All the weirdos farting up the chat need to be locked up. I know, right? You are stupid if you think she looks like a man. I know. I know. They're fucking dumb. Y'all shut the fuck up about gender shit. She is gorgeous. Thank you. I get motivated by proving people wrong. Not everyone does though. Yeah, that's for sure. That certainly does work for me though. I love proving them wrong. Thank you for your words. I'll try to take your words. I fell asleep yesterday during your live stream, but I still remember the words you told me before. Thank you, Anne. Oh, you're most welcome, Nex. And thank you. You've been called Sir Heather. I know, right? It's like, and who are these people? Like, what is their type? I mean, what type do you envision when you think of someone who's gonna start referring to you, like accusing you of being a different gender than you really are? It's just insecure people, or incels, or just men who are insecure and know that they can't get a woman, so they're gonna be like, or can't get you, and they're gonna be like, Oh, you're just a man anyway. I don't know, man. That's just weird. Weird, weird, weird. You tried to make the chia seed pudding? Oh, it's super easy. All you need is some type of liquid. I used whole milk and chia seeds. You got to kind of play with the ratio a little bit. But you use a whisk, to really get that stirred up. If some of it's clumped around and, at the bottom, use a fork or something. And then every now and then just keep stirring it because it can get clumpy. Just make sure it's, thickened to a certain extent before you put it away in the fridge. Because if it's still, if you only do it a tiny bit, it's just gonna start clumping up again. So you wanna just make sure it's well incorporated and wait until it gets, keep stirring it periodically until it's thickened and the thickness is incorporated. And, it's not going to just start, the chia seeds are swollen up. It's not just going to coalesce into a ball. You gave me words of support because I was depressed for having a fake friend. Thanks. Oh, I get it, man. I get it. I've had fake friends too. Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, we deserve better. Some parents want you to fail because it covers up that they have been shitty parents. Yeah. Yeah. Or it proves them right. It's like if they referred to you as a failure in childhood, like with me saying I have no backbone or whatever, then me fulfilling their prophecy gives them an ego boost. Like, oh, I was right. What did I tell you? So they can be as condescending as they want then, you know. Well, you see, I was right, everyone. I haven't been, I wasn't ABUS INGing my child. Oh, no. I was telling them the truth, and look what we have here. The prophecy has been fulfilled. They're a big failure, just like I said. I was right, they were wrong, and all you guys are wrong too. Yeah, it's just dumb. I think your channel has a lot of value for those that I still have for those that still have an addiction or are in the process of becoming clean and or staying clean. Thank you, Kusan. Um, yeah, that's the gist of my channel here and the reason why I decided to really um, take it seriously and make it into something because I watched other recovery channels and one of the comments said we don't have enough of them and I thought, well, why don't I try to help people with my experiences and yeah, it's not easy sometimes. It's not easy sometimes because I'm kind of introverted and oftentimes I don't feel like it. But if it's helping people, then that I'm very happy about that. Yeah. Yeah, Shando and I spend a lot of time outside. But yeah, I've been looking at remote jobs. I'm trying to find a remote job actually. Yeah, I just started this live stream at 3 o'clock. Trying not to do it all day, every day, because I can see how that'll take a toll on my mood and my mental health and all that. You've never heard of John Steinbeck before, Ganchi? Yo, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I can tell you're kidding there. Because I talk about him all the time. Yeah, I mean, East of Eden is the most important book I've ever read other than the Bible. Green is my favorite color because when the Green Power Ranger showed up in the 90s, I absolutely loved that color. Nice. Who is my favorite book? Planeta East of Eden. And I like Dr. Whoa, 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 whoa. I'm so glad that didn't have coffee in it. And Dr. Dogbody's leg. East of Eden and Dr. Dogbody's leg. I'm a new subscriber. Hi. Thank you, William. How do you do? Where am I from? America. Of Mice and Men's a good book. So it's a short one, short and it's a very, but it has a lot of profound meaning in it that I don't think high school kids can necessarily understand as well. I mean, they give this book to high school kids to read in school, and I don't know. I think most high school kids won't be able to interpret it as wisely. For instance, every character in that book has a dream that never gets fulfilled. The un, the I forget how the quote goes at the beginning. The best laid plans of mice and men often go awry, and that's what the whole book is about. It's about every single character has a dream, has a goal that is never fulfilled in the end. And the higher your expectations, the the more you expect something, the harder the fall's gonna be when it doesn't come to fruition. So hope for the best and expect the worst. Don't cling to high expectations because we can never predict how things are gonna go. Never. Do you have to stir chia seed pudding while it's in the fridge? No, no, at a certain point you don't. You just keep stirring it until it thickens. And then, come back to it every now and then. Just keep stirring it. Even if it clumps up, you can add a little more milk or whatever, or almond milk in your case, and just keep stirring it. And, if the chia seeds become some of them become hard in lumps, crush it around with a fork. I can show you sometime when I make mine, but I already have my chia pudding all set. I really think the gender obsessed chats are just kids. It's always the first comment they ever make here. They probably say it at school all the time. Yeah, I know. 6'7", 6'7". I know, dude. Dumb. Yeah, exactly. The dynamite made a good point. The trolls just do that to get your reactions. Simply gray rock those losers. Precisely. Thank you. Yeah, you can add, you should, and you should put it in the fridge, Heather. Just stir it. If it's becoming clumpy, just add more milk and stir and stir and stir. Kind of crush it a little bit with a fork. You get a feel for it. I mean, is it watery? Is it too thick and clumpy? Travel to somewhere sunny, wear a bikini, then let your beauty shine, ma'am. Yo, I have bought myself a bathing suit and I haven't even gotten to wear it yet. I'll show you how pretty this bathing suit is, though, because I want to wear it so bad. Did I put it in here? I think I might have either this drawer or the other one. No, it's not this drawer. So cute. Oh man, I need to organize my drawers. They're just a little bit too packed with shit. Let me see. Let me show you my cute bathing suit. Goodness gracious. Goodness gracious. Is it in here? No. Especially when I have all my closet things getting stuck in here. Oh, God. In the ass. Oh my gosh, Sam. There's something I've always wanted to tell you. You're not very pretty and you're not very bright. I'm so glad we had that talk. Oh my gosh, Sam. Okay. Kidding. I got that from a movie. I haven't seen that in ages. I remember when that came out. Oh my. Yeah, I guess I gotta search around, huh? It's gonna be a pain in the butt. Yeah, it's in here somewhere. I just sometime I'll show you my bathing suit. It's so cute. So cute. It's teal and it comes with a sheer skirt. Let me see. I don't know. I have it in here somewhere. Just my drawers are so disorganized. I mean, it's kind of organized, but I put that bathing suit somewhere other than my pajama drawer because that one's kind of stuffed. But I guess it didn't do me much good. Let me see if I can find it. I want to show you how cute this is. Good grief. I folded my clothes. What good did that do? Hmm. Yeesh. No, it's not that. Oh, here it is. Found it. So this is the skirt. Sorry. This is the skirt. Just like, it's pretty beautiful. It's one of my favorite. This is one of my favorite colors of all time. Right there. That's one of my favorite colors. So that's the skirt. And this is the top. Come on. It's a little bit tangled up. Okay, I'm gonna have to adjust this. This is so tangled up. Yeah, kind of frustrating. Huh. Maybe it needs to be like that. Okay, kind of, yeah, a little bit. There we go. Yeah, it's a little tangled up, but that's the top. Come on, just a little bit tangled there. It's okay. I think it's yeah, kind of like that. Yep, that's the top there, and that's the bottom, and it's so cute. I think that color would look good with a red lipstick too. Yeah, I can't wait to be able to wear that. Oh no, actually, well, I mean, are you being a little sarcastic? Because I mean, I'm not trying to have like one of those bikinis that's like I don't know, like the ones that the bodybuilders wear, where it's you're trying to show as much skin as possible. It's just very nice, and the skirt is sheer, by the way. It's see through, so I'm not trying to. I don't like showing too much skin, way too much skin. Just enough to be comfortable, and I don't like it when my ass cheeks are hanging out. That's why it's hard to find women's underwear or anything that's comfortable. They always like it to make it so that it rides up the butt. I can't stand that. Anywho, God, I need to figure out a way to organize my drawers or get rid of some stuff I don't wear. Huh. Dish. I'm looking forward to wearing this though. I must say, I love the color. Dish me. Okay. Yeah. Good grief, man. It's like, oh, that's why my closet clothes are hanging into my drawers. It's a pain in the butt when I'm trying to open and close, and free range thing. I'll be right back. I gotta use the restroom. What did I just drop here? Wait a minute. Okay. There it goes. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Collateral damage. Emotional damage. Grief, man. I gotta organize around here. Just ugh. Be right back. Be right back. Ugh. Oh, it's got it this little bridge here. I'm gonna organize this room. It's a matter of finding time when I gotta clean the house. Already put this away. And all this stuff here. God. Nothing there. Let's make some Dickens. This away. Hello. Yep. Yep. I should never fall for the trap. Don't worry. It's just it is what it is, they're idiots. They're just morons. People accusing me of being a man. What like what life? What are you even doing? Hey, buddy. Yeah, sorry, I'm just let let this soak. Oh, I think we might have another thunderstorm later. It's so good. I'll show you what consistency the seeds should be. Um, Will pick up off of themselves. So, show you. Okay. Keep mine in this jar right here. That's about the consistency. You can even add a little more milk to make it a little less thick if you like. But yeah, it's kind of like that, you know. Just make sure it's well incorporated. I even add a little bit of snap to it. What? I use whole milk. What are you doing? Whole milk. Maybe even add a little bit more to that chia pudding just to make it stretch a little further. Yeah, it'll thicken up really quickly. Just, make sure it's well incorporated. What? Mm, mm, that's perfect. Let's go see what that shampoo's doing. Good. The cat? The cat? What? Whoa, whoa, whoa. You guys. Oh, Winston likes to play with Shando. He's pretty chill. Oh, he didn't like that. Yeah. Getting a little rough, Shando. What? Come on, buddy. It's just a cat. Just a wow. Wow. Okay. You're a silly goose. You're a silly goose, Shandle. Mm. Oh, yeah. Mm-mm. You're a good boy. And the cat friends, you guys best friends. Oh, let's get you some water. Every single time he does that, woo, 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 it's always when he wants to play. He's basically saying, come on, play with me. Come on. Right. Right. And then, is that cool? And then, am I able to read your mind? I'm all out of blueberries. Just about. Yeah, you're a good boy. Oh, yeah, drink that water. Stay hydrated. Mama's wonderful. You know. Oh, getting there. Come on. I don't want to cut my bangs. Oh, there we go. Trim up weight. I love it. My little whisk. I love the silicone whisks. They don't scratch up your hands. Pots and pans. And then that old apple tree is not going to be blue for very long. It only stays like that for, I don't know, a week, if anything. So pretty that is. It's our backyard. Okay. So right here, lit up the sun note. Some plum. I've never seen Reanimator. That makes that tree is beautiful. I want one. Reminds me of my favorite tree from Japan. Yeah, someone asked me yesterday what my favorite type of tree is, and I said it was Japanese cherry blossom trees. I think I've always loved those trees. But don't they only stay in bloom for such a short time? I also like apple trees. Apple trees are cool. We have an apple tree. And actually, it grows two different types of apples on each side of the tree. A little bit of vanilla extract. Okay. When the cat's name is Winston. When Shando was just a puppy, he was like around the same size as the cats. And they were so cute together. They'd cuddle together like they were big brothers, and it was so cute. Yeah, Shando gets along with the cats. Oftentimes he does that to show off too. We have a much smaller cat named Charlotte. Shando gets along with her, or she gets along with Shando pretty well. As she'll butt her head against Shando's head. And so cute to watch them get along, considering how big he is and how small she is. Pecans. Ooh, it's strong. Clump. It's okay if there's like one or two clumps in there. I don't mind that. I actually kind of like it. Okay, now for some little bit of stevia. Claire from Resident Evil. I've only played Resident Evil 0 and a little bit of Resident Evil 4. One reason why I stopped playing Resident Evil 4 is because my I think Steam was having an issue, or I was having an issue with the controls. So I should get back into that now that I have a new gaming mouse and a new controller. I've heard that Resident Evil 0 and 4 are the best ones too. Huh? This epic. I'm gonna recover too. I relapsed yesterday and I'm still going. Does not mean you lose that time you were clean. That still counts. Absolutely. Most of us will relapse. And that's part of the process. Don't let it get you down. Don't let it keep you down. Get back up, man. And keep going. Because I relapsed, and many of us here have. We've been addicted to something like heroin. That's par for the course. Just get back up. If you get back up, that means you're not a failure. Just because you fail once, or just because you fall down once, does not make you a failure. Does not mean you can't get back up and try again and and become stronger from it. Yeah, prove them wrong. Prove the naysayers wrong. Do what you know is right for you. You're in control. More so than you know. Hello, I'm doing good. Learn English. How are you doing? The opiate withdrawal kill me. Well, it feels like you're dying, but it's there's been no record of heroin withdrawal killing someone, but it certainly does feel like you're dying. But in the end, it's worth it. And if you don't know if you can make it through the misery of heroin withdrawal or opioid withdrawal, seek help. Seek some type of support. I know it's easier said than done, but that's why I mean that's the thing about Suboxone. It does save lives. It does help people who are going through withdrawal or dealing with the cravings of being newly uh, recovered, or not recovered, but you know what I mean, like getting off of heroin. No, it's easier said than done. And if you quit taking it, you go batshit crazy. Wait a minute. I'm making some cream of wheat. with fruit and chia pudding and hemp seeds and all the good stuff. It's got it's got pecans, it's got some fresh plum, and got yeah, the blueberries like I mentioned. It's also gonna have some chopped up prunes. What's that? Drawers. These are good prunes too. You- I never knew you had to refrigerate it. I mean, it's just recommended. Not like that sunshell. Is that sweet enough? Just about. Oh, it's almost perfect. So yeah, I just got a dog walking job for my neighbor. Um, hired me to walk her dogs when she goes traveling. Traveling to one of the places that I would have that I'd love to go to. Amsterdam. That's one place on my bucket list where I'd love to travel. Love to go to Iceland, Japan, and Amsterdam. And Barcelona. Oh, I want to see Antonio Gaudi's architecture. You know what? I hate to. I'm not going to mention names or throw anyone under the bus and name drop anyone. But you know what, one thing I do not like seeing when I watch other people's live streams, when they exploit their children in revealing outfits, having them do things like contortionist stuff that obviously creepy old men are going to be watching. It just makes me sick. It just makes me sick. Mm, yeah, well, weed is legal here too. It's not like that would, I wouldn't be going there for that. Yes. You baby boy. My sweetheart. Pointed little prince. Are you the sweet prince? You a little hungry, baby boy? You go. I would just love to give you a kiss.
and there's two more toes, but I'm wearing lip gloves. Okay, I'm wearing lip gloves. I know. I know. He's so used to me kissing him on the head. I know. I know. I'm wearing a lipstick. I know.
Hey, some welcome. Got a little bit of in a spoon. It's the crème. A spoon. Some chia pudding. It's like the one of the best parts of this. It's the chia pudding. Super healthy. Mm. Oh, there it is. See, so chia seeds are very healthy. We got 10% of your daily recommended intake of iron. It's got 15% of your daily recommended intake of calcium and 2% in potassium. It's got 9 grams of dietary fiber, 0 sugars, 4 grams of protein, uh, and healthy fats. Good stuff. Okay. Oh, and hemp seeds, hemp hearts, very healthy and give a nice nuttiness. It's 9 grams of protein, 1 gram of dietary fiber. It's got 2% calcium, 20% of your iron intake, which is actually pretty good, and 6% potassium. Lots of hemp seeds. Yeah. For the thawed blueberries. Yeah. Yeah, we don't have strawberries. The strawberries are so good when you microwave them and or thaw them, and you get all that strawberry juice. Oh, I need to go grocery shopping. Some prunes. We're gonna cut these up with some scissors. Just a few of those. Oh, get my bangs cut because it's kind of a pain in the butt sometimes. Or get a hairpin, something. Hey, let's see if that's hot enough. I might want to reheat it a little bit. Mhm. You gotta reheat it for a minute. Seconds. There, that way. Bean, rice, spaghetti, fish, beef. Me too. Leslie, by the way, I saw that. My parents didn't know about my addiction until like I'd been addicted for, let's see, 2017. They didn't know about it until I'd been addicted for 4.5 years. I was not living with my parents. They knew nothing about it. And it all happened because I could not handle, well, for one thing, my grandma passed and she meant everything to me. I just got over an abusive relationship where I was beaten and cheated on only a year prior. Not even. But yeah, you're just full of it. You suck. Wow. It's people like that. They suck. They act like they're perfect. They act like they've never once, you know, there's more joy in heaven over one redeemed sinner than there is over 99 righteous persons. I can only imagine what, that their life is. So they probably judge themselves, or they just judge other people so that they don't have to look inward at themselves and they can think, oh, I'm so self-righteous and perfect. It's disgusting. Get a life. Don't go onto someone's live stream who's actually trying to help people with their experiences, who's actually trying to make a difference, whose parents, by the way, are very proud of her, especially my dad. My mom couldn't care less. Oh, mother. My mother, in fact, seems to love me more when when my life is in shambles, because then she can play the part, if you know what I mean. Yeah, my mother could care less. It's like as soon as I'm clean and strong and making a difference with it and all that, as soon as I am making great strides in my recovery, then it's like, yeah, yeah, she starts treating me like shit. And it has nothing to do with my addiction. Like she never brings that up. It's all about her, me with her. And oh, it's if I actually accomplish something that has nothing to do with her, she acts like she's my enemy because anything she's never proud of me unless she can attribute it to herself. Every graduation she has ruined, and not just mine. That's why I didn't want to go out and make a big show of my graduation. I didn't celebrate my graduation because I knew she would ruin it. Just like she ruined my brothers, just like she ruined my sisters. Had to be all about her. As soon as my brother started thanking my grandma for all the contributions and all the money that she gave my brother for college, like, oh no, it has to be all about my mom. No, that's how my mom is. Couldn't care less. My dad cares though. And you know what? When he found out I was an addict, which I tried as hard as I could to recover without them knowing. I didn't want them knowing anything about that because I didn't want to hurt them. Had nothing to do with them. And and my dad instantly all, you know, he called and he just got me all set up medically and with therapy and was nothing but kind and supportive and loving. I know, right? Yeah, my mom's a narcissist. Absolutely. Oh yeah, competing. 100%. 100%. It's like, it reminds me of my friend, and it makes more sense when it's a friend competing with your so-called friend. It's like when things were going badly in my life, they'd be all acting supportive, but as soon as things were going well, it was like they'd just completely cut me off or ignore me or disrespect me or try to find some issue, but like, yeah, it's disgusting. The competition some moms have with their daughters. It's sick. I think it's sick. I can't even imagine being that way with my daughter. Just but no, my dad and everybody else who's ever, valued me and my input is proud of me. My mom only acts proud of people or is kind when she knows it reflects how she looks around people. No, all she cares about is herself. She won't even go to church when she's worried if the priest knows her face. It's like, wow. It is a strange thing. She definitely competes. Like when I was a little kid, I was like forced to only wear dresses. And then, even up until I was 13 and I took a stand and I'm like, because it was off and on. And I was like, no, I'm gonna be able to wear pants and run around and have fun like anyone else. Without worrying about my dress riding up and shit. I was a tomboy and I like to, rough and tumble and do things where pants are, it's easier to wear pants. Anyway, as soon as she lost some weight, she was flaunting it with pants on. And at that point in time, I knew that the only reason why she forced us to wear dresses was because she didn't want for us to go around making her jealous of our young, skinny. It's just, yeah, it was sick. Soon as she loses weight, oh yeah, she's all about it now. She's okay with pants now. Hypocritical at best. I gotta heat this up again. That's not quite hot enough. Be right back. Yeah, I'll keep this open. You know, when I was little, I had and I'm still a little tactile, but I was super, super, super tactile when I was a little kid. I'd chew on the collars of my shirts because I was forced to wear certain things, like, and I just, even if it was uncomfortable, and her response was always, "Why do you gotta be so different?" If I couldn't stand to wear like the elastic band around the middle, or shirts that went up to all the way up to there and just kind of choked me. I couldn't take it just because if I was tactile and it was uncomfortable. It made me feel miserable, like I was being um it was like claustrophobia in a way. And for a little while when I was a little kid, up to when I was like 8 years old or so, I couldn't wear underwear unless it was a specific material. And one time we went to the skating rink and I slipped and my whole butt showed. And she somehow, like, she learned about it and she bullied me for that, mocked me for it up until I was in my early 20s. She mocked me for that incident that occurred when I was a little kid up until my early 20s. That's who she is. I don't think she'd give a shit if I relapsed, honestly. I don't think she'd give a shit. You know? And I'm not you got to do it for yourself. You have to recover and get better for yourself. But I can't bear the thought of giving my dad a burden, causing my dad burden by relapsing. I've already lost a brother, and that's killing him. So yeah, it sucks. But don't act like you know anything about my life. Don't act like you know anything, because you don't. You don't know anything about anybody. Mind yourself. Look at yourself in the mirror for once. If you see this message, I just want to say it's awesome seeing your progress. You're doing great. You look wonderful. I hope you're having a great night. Thank you. Thank you, some dude. I appreciate that. You look so beautiful and I like your hair. My name is Joyce. Hi, Joyce. Welcome to the channel. Are they being mean or I don't know, like the people in the comments? Yeah, yeah, there are some nasty people in the comments for sure. For sure. Acting like acting like they're perfect, and if you fall into drug addiction once in your life, that to them, you're just a hopeless loser no matter what. Even if you've been clean for 3 years, even if you do nothing but try your best and help your own family. No, I'm here with my family, helping them every day. No, she has no right to judge me, whoever that person is. And I assume, yeah, by their profile pic that they're a woman. Icky, 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 icky. I'd like to imagine where they're at. No, they're hateful. And being that it's a woman, they're probably jealous of me too. Be right back. They're like, how can you look so good when you're a junkie? And I've never used and I'm ugly. Be right back. Listen, I'm also not the only one in my family who struggled with substance abuse. And I'm not going to name drop anyone on that, but I am the only one in this family who's dealt with opioid addiction. And I've overcome that with, well, putting my all into recovery, applying myself full heartedly, and thanking every single person who has ever helped me, who has ever been there for me. It's funny, like with us women, damned if we do, damned if we don't. People judge us a lot more harshly when we become drug addicts. Like if I'm doing well and I'm acknowledging my progress, and if I'm like, yes, I'm a strong person, yes, yes, I'm a good person, and yes, I'm valuable to people. People start calling you like you're full of yourself, shame on you. You should go hide in a corner with your tail between your legs. But if you're negative Nancy or whatever they call it, or just always gloomy, they'll criticize you for that too and say, oh, you're just trying to get attention, or you just can't win. I've done kratom before. I have nothing against it. Just a little expensive. I need to heat this up again. You're fine. God, it's a whole other topic, man. The subject between me and my mom, like, she never cared about my art. Never cared about my art because I couldn't attribute it to her. That was my own thing and she couldn't stand it. I'd bet anyone anything that she was the one who, that one Christmas when I was little, gave that present that was meant for me, namely the French easel, which would have done tremendous wonders for me at that age. Gave it to my sister because probably showed them my present and they're like, I want it. And she's like, well, I guess Anne gets enough attention for her art. And so yeah, yeah, it's just like, why would you do that? You know? Oh, because yeah, anything pertaining to my art is treated like, oh, sweetie, like not even that. It's like condescendingly talking down to me I've just like I'm a kindergartner working, playing with crayons or something. That's the kind of attitude I get with her for my art. And it's never taken seriously. It's never, there's a tint of jealousy and condescension in with every interaction I have regarding my artwork. You're looking better every life I see. Your energy tonight is encouraging others. Need to be sober, to dig in and not give into temptations. Thank you, AT. I'm very glad to see that. Yeah, I mean, that's that's why I haven't quit yet, because this channel is actually making a difference. It's actually, people come and tell me that my content's encouraging them to Either get clean or stay clean, and therefore it's worth it. Even if I have imbeciles coming on here saying you're a disappointment to your parents. You know nothing about me. You know nothing about my parents. You know nothing about um their regard of me or whether they're proud of me or not. You know nothing. Fucking morons. Troglodytes. Douche canoes. Mm-hmm. It's pretty sad that watching someone fail can actually make another person feel better about being themselves. I know, right? Exactly. It's really weird, especially when it's your own like offspring, you know? I mean, I kind of get sibling rivalry and all that, but mm-mm. That's something that parents should like mediate. Not like if when I had siblings or people gaining up on me, or actually it was usually my mom gaining up on me, and then some siblings, some I won't name, would pile on, and then she would be all like, "Oh, you see everyone." Once I started crying, you see everyone. She's the crazy one. That's what you call gaslighting. It's like she just keep provoking me and telling me I'm weird and blah 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 blah. And then as soon as I start crying, everyone else would pile on. She's like, "You see everyone? See how crazy she is? You know, like she's the crazy one." And I mean, oftentimes I would run out to the backyard and climb a tree and stay up there when at nighttime just to avoid the gaining up. And there was one time I went down and I hid in a closet, and my one of my siblings came down, opened that closet wide open, said, "There she is, mom, she's down here." It's like I have a lot of trauma around that dude. I'll never forget that. That sort of thing fucking scarred me, dude. And I'm doing a great job trying to find my peace and get over it. I was lucky that my dad was kind and supportive of me. Now we've had our ups and downs here and there, but that was mainly because when he fights with my mom, he sometimes takes it out on me, you know? That's pretty common. Yeah, she's an hypocrite. Acting like saying that all people who lie go to hell. What about little children who lie when they're afraid? It's one thing to lie because you're afraid or whatever, for whatever reason. But it's another thing entirely to lie about a person. And, or to, there was this time when she wrote me a text, a long abusive text saying that I'm a junkie, cunt, a junkie cunt. And I came and confronted her about it. I'm like, you called me this, junkie, cunt. And she said, I did not. I don't ever lie. I never lie. She always says she's never lied. And I showed her the text. Whoopsie, whoopsie, got caught me red-handed. I guess you caught me there. Like, wow, 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 wow. I mean, how fake can you be? How fake can you be, man? Yeah, don't need any of that. It's like she'll. project a bunch of insecurity onto me and call me all kinds of names, and then she'll and then when my dad asks like what happened, she'll say that I said all those things to her. Just completely lying about me. And I don't respect anyone who lies about other people. That's where I think you're committing a mortal sin, is when you lie about people. And if you're a little kid and you're like, no, I did not eat the cookies, that's not a mortal sin. That kid's not going to, going to hell for that. Just warped. They're mad you ruined their narrative by being happy. Exactly, Heather. Exactly. Precisely. Precisely. According to them, I should be forlorn with my tail between my legs, full of shame, shame, shame. They think I should just be shamed for my whole life. Shame, 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 shame. Yeah, lead me through the town naked, why don't you? Shame, 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 shame. I bet they'd love that. Well, I'll bet if they were president, they'd make it so that that's what happened to all addicts. Yeah, if the ones who are in recovery and trying to live their best life, it's like, "You don't deserve that. You deserve to be mocked and shamed by the whole town. Why don't we do that? Why don't we implement that into our society?" Gross. Easier to judge others than to look at yourself and your flaws. There's actually people who like it when people fail. Exactly, and it's sick to me. I'm always advocating for people's progress. I'm even happy when the people who've ever wronged me are doing well. For instance, when I was a kid, there was this other neighborhood girl who bullied me. I mean, she had this other friend, and they thought I was weird because I guess I was homeschooled and I was awkward, and I might have. My therapist thinks I've got high functioning autism. I have certain quirks, and I get obsessed with little things. Like, for instance, I've never been able to stop talking about John Steinbeck since like 2015. I'm like still obsessed, and yeah, um, among other things, the tactileness. The fact that I just couldn't wear certain textures of clothing that everyone else could wear, like my sisters were able to wear. And I mean, I guess when I would try to join them or greet them, I'd say something kind of awkward that would get me a weird look, like "Oh, I've heard of you before." It's like, and always remember that, like feeling really awkward, and they'd go back to their own house, and to open go into the garage, which is half open, and just like as soon as I come up, because I think I'm playing with them. There's this one time when we were actually getting along, and we were talking about like saving dogs and stuff like that. uh there was this stray dog that we were trying to get back to its owner, and we're having fun with that. But I guess I was so young then. I was like 8 years old. I didn't realize I was like that much of a third wheel. But that one time they went back to they was like they rode their bikes back home, and I thought I was along with them, and they went into the garage, and as soon as I approached the door, they just shut it on me. You know, I was kind of bullied like that, but this same girl, her mother is hiring me to walk their dogs, and it's the same girl who's actually um taking her mom abroad to go travel. Like, she's really successful actually, and I'm not jealous of her. I don't wish her. I never wish that she'd never be successful. I mean, that was when we were little kids. She could have turned over a new leaf. I did hear she's kind of a brat though. Just kind of a brat, but that's none of my business. I don't know her anymore. But that's the thing, like, I never if my childhood friend who moved away, who I've discussed before, if she was doing well, I'd be celebrating inside, because I'd be super happy for her, because her life seems to be kind of going to shit. Yeah, yeah, I mean, things are just weird over there. Even she told everybody that I like men with small wieners because someone that I like a friend of mine said that they didn't like pugs very much. And they weren't even being mean or hostile to anyone. That was just their opinion, man. They don't like the way they're bred, and neither do I. I think it's wrong the way pugs are bred to have not be able to breathe. But but yeah, it was just really weird. You know how people can turn so drastically. Listen, friend, if I can, you can be prudent about anyone, prejudice, and deliver forgiveness at the same time. That's right, a free pollo as well. No one has a right to judge. No one has a right to judge anyone. There's so many layers to a person's story. Now, sometimes it's a little more cut and dry. If you hurt children, I'm certainly going to judge you. If you promote hurting children and women, I'll judge you. If who you are is super fucking obvious and you've made it super clear, yeah, yeah, don't blame anyone for judging you. But just because you're a addict or former addict to a substance does not mean you're a bad person, does not mean you're a disappointment to your parents. My parents, or at least my dad, is very proud of me. And I don't have anything to prove to a complete stranger. Yeah, my dad just made rice the other night. I could have had some of that. Yep. I've been clean for 3 years, a little bit over 3 years. I did too when my wife kicked me out. I slept in my truck in the dead of winter until my parents found out and got me to rehab. Wow. Dude, I'm sorry that happened to you. You didn't even have heat in that car or man, that's miserable. Well, you have sounds like you have good parents. Yeah, God bless parents who support us and love us. There's nothing to be ashamed about there. Leave the past and focus on the positive things going into the future of success. Exactly. Even if even if spiteful people try to bring you down. My parents are fine, but my extended family are pure evil ants only. Yeah. Yeah, I have some evil family members too. I get it. I get it. You know. All on my mom's side too. You know? My family does it too. They get mad when I do well. Isn't that weird? Isn't that fucking weird? Ooh, I love budgies. I had a parakeet when I was a little kid. That was my first pet. His name was Pretty Pete. He was a blue parakeet. Mm-hmm. Is the skinniness from dad's side? Actually, you know what? It's actually from my mom's side. My mom was pretty slender. She had 9 kids though. But like after the first 2 kids, she lost it very easily. But thing about my mom is like she's kind of allergic to exercise. She hates walking. She hates exercise, which has kind of led her to the atrophy and to the point she's at right now, where she can't even walk. But but yeah, I mean, I think also one my dad's never been like fat either. Like the reason why he has more of a propensity to put on pounds is more than likely because he grazes and he doesn't seem to know like realize that he's thinking like, oh, it's just I got fat genetics. But it's like, dude, then why are you up in the middle of the night constantly grazing in the fridge and stuff? You know, it's like that, that constant grazing and snacking is going to make anyone have a hard time dropping pounds. But yeah, I don't know. I think it's we don't have obesity doesn't really run in my family on either side. My grandpa from my dad's side was pretty lanky too. If you see this message, I just want to say it's awesome seeing you progress. You're doing great. You look wonderful. I hope you're having a great night. Thank you. Are they being mean or I don't know, like the people in the comments? It's a little more deep and personal there. Like if you so much as don't agree with so and so, you're never gonna hear the end of it. They'll go around telling lies about you and making things up. My partner has a mother like yours. Best decision we ever made was not taking anything from her or let her give us anything because if she did, she would just throw it in my partner's face. Yeah, I hear you. Well, I'm proud of your recovery and your willingness to spread wisdom. Thank you, Nivik. Why is my mom a jerk? Because her family her family is pretty evil. I mean, compared to them, she's a saint. Compared to her own family, she's a saint at least. I lost my dad last year. He was sober for about 10 years, but the damage was sadly done and he had a heart attack. He changed for the better and tried every day to be a better person, and I miss him. Well, some dude, I, you should be proud of your dad. He sounds like a great guy. I'm sorry about that, man. Sober for 10 years. Yeah, I mean, if it's drinking that you're talking about, like alcohol, yeah, that can wreak havoc on the system and remain it can cause permanent damage that can bite you in the face when you least expect it down the line. It's, yeah, I think alcohol is one of the worst. It weakens your heart, among other things. Thank you, Matthew Jones. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I used to have the cardamom powder form. It tastes like earthy ass. It doesn't taste that good, but yeah, it's not. Yeah, I don't have anything against it. It's pretty sad that watching someone fail can actually make another person feel better. But yeah, okay. I think I'm caught up. Shit bags indeed. I'm already proud of a fellow American. Unless you're Elon Musk. If you're leaving mean comments, you're a shitbag. Indeed. I know it's not easy, but we should pray for those people that they see the truth and repent. Mm-hmm. You're a rock star. Thank you, Brad. I have a lot of brothers. No, I'm the all-star punching bag, but the only person to succeed. The scars are there. Now the trope is you left the family, you don't care. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I get that. I get that. Like you leave the family and all of a sudden you're treated like a traitor. Oh, I get it. I get it. Yeah, I'm kind of a scapegoat in a way. Oh, eldest daughter makes a lot of sense. Uh, I'm on Wall Street, worked my tail off, and got there on my own too. Both brothers are shit addicts. Wow. Well, I'm glad you made it, man. My silence stings their souls. Yeah, I can imagine. Yeah, hurts their little egos. I kind of have to work for my dad. He's great though. He's turned into an old happy drunk. Yeah, my dad's a great man. My dad's a great man too. It's good to have a good, supportive, strong dad. Well, at least you're making progress. Good for you. I still drink. Need to stop. Yeah, I realized that even if I had a couple drinks on New Year's, I realized that I'm getting too old to handle this effectively. Like even well into the next day, I start to I don't start. I continue to feel like shit. Like I don't even know how to describe it. Just a miserable, groggy hangover. Yeah. Yeah, sometimes that's the healthy thing to do. No contact with people who've been hurting you your whole life. I had abusive half sister, mother, and father. My parents were also alcoholics. I got taken away by Child Protective Services and lived in foster care for 12 years. Oh man, that must have been rough. I hope you're doing good now. Hard to make amends with some people. Yeah, I know. Yep. Especially when it's your own flesh and blood. Everybody lies and everyone is a hypocrite. Indeed. Some of the foster families were pretty awful too. A lot of them care for children. Don't a lot of them care, quote unquote, for children for the money the government gives them. Yeah, exactly. Some people just have kids so that they get government funds. No, venial sins don't take someone to hell. If anything, you might spend a little bit of time in purgatory, but it doesn't take someone to hell. Only mortal sins do that. And mortal sins are sins like, you know, killing someone or cheating on someone or really bad things like that. But venial sins are things like, I don't know, fighting, arguing, like, just calling people names, maybe if you're a little kid, slapping someone. I don't know, stuff like that. It's not like anything you'd read in the Ten Commandments or, you know, stuff like that. Just look into what constitutes a venial or mortal sin. Sure, there are lots of nuances there. Hmm. You know, I'm really worried about Fixa. I have not seen Fixa here in a long time. He's one of my moderators. I have not seen him in a long time. And I tried to inquire about him via Discord and I haven't heard from him. Sorry, I'm going to try to stay current now. I'm sorry if I missed some important comments here. Yeah, I have nothing against psychedelics. Okay. Thank you, Rudy. You're so pretty. Love the dimple. Thank you. They get mad when you do well because they talk shit about your failure to someone else before. Yeah, and you're proving them wrong and it hurts their widow egos. I know, right? Thank you, Nicholas. Your hair looks beautiful tonight. Thank you. What games do I play, Liam? Oh man, my favorite game is Xenogears, but I'm playing Skyrim and Chrono Trigger right now. And I won. I love Nancy Drew games, and I won Ghostwire Tokyo, Cyberpunk 2077. What else? I've played Metroid, Resident Evil Zero, Donkey Kong, Mario, Zelda, of course, Final Fantasy VII. I like those games. I like RPGs the most. Did he check in on Discord? Good. Thank you, Killeroy. That makes me feel so much better. Nice. Scheduling issues, that's what I figured too. Yeah, at first I was like, I shouldn't be worrying. He's got his own life. He's and things he's got to deal with. But yeah, that other people's concern often rubs off on me and I get become just as concerned eventually. But I'm glad to hear that. Was told one time that the people who can't make amends that the people who can't make amends with to do kind and helpful things for others. Yeah. Yeah, isn't it strange how we're always trying to prove ourselves and impress and please or seek gratification from people who take advantage of us or don't appreciate us or take us for granted every time and time again, whereas we tend to forget about the people who truly do appreciate us. We tend to not seek their approval. That's really weird to me. It's that's the human condition right there, man. We're always trying to seek a, a, approval from those who couldn't give less of a shit whether where we succeed. And when we do succeed, oftentimes they just hurts their widow ego. They don't want to see us succeed. Some people love to see us with our tail between our legs. Hey, it's going good. Thank you, Tihana. Thank you. Thank you, Loki. Looking great today, girl. Girl. So happy to see your sober face again tonight. Thank you. Whoever said I had a tail? Okay, I gotta go get something. Be right back. Excuse me, Shando. You're on my shoe, buddy. One sec. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. This better be the right size. I got some new shoes. Wanna see my cute new shoes? Oh yeah, buddy. I might try these on. I'm gonna try these on. Yeah, those are mama shoes. Self sufficient men are happier. Yeah, well, I mean, self sufficient anyone I would think is happier. You know, you just never know when shit's gonna hit the fan. You will always want to have something, some foundation to lean back on if shit ever hits the fan, which, you just can't predict what's gonna happen. You cannot, it's just not good to rely on another person 100%. It's not good to be dependent. You do not want to be dependent on anybody. Even if it's a good person, you never know what might happen to that person. You never want to be beholden to somebody. Hey, I got myself some new shoes. Yeah. Yeah, I thought you go get my shoes. Goodness, goodness gracious. Goodness gracious. Candle. I know you pink it blue. I know it. Well, what a goofy dog. My tennis shoes are getting all worn out. And I've always wanted Dorothy's red slippers, so aren't those cute? Those are adorable. But they're gonna fit me really well too. Gorgeous. I'm pretty, I'm pretty high, Uncle Sanitariums. I'm pretty self-sufficient, but my happiness level is only when I'm around certain people. When I'm at home, it's just doom, effing doom and gloom. My other half passed away. I'm sorry, man. Yeah, the environment you're in certainly does make a difference, you know? There are people out there who can either make or break you. Depending on your environment, it's amazing how just the room, the vibe, if you will, can affect our mood. We can go from having a happy expression on our face to that expression immediately falling depending on who we interact with. Yeah, and some people feel powerful when that happens. Some people feel powerful when they can, cause a person who's initially smiling to walk away with their tail between their legs. Some people just feel powerful when that happens. These are so cute. MF Doom. Oh, I love MF Doom. MF Grimm and MF Doom. Yeah, yeah, that's just something we can't predict, man. Never know what might happen to our loved ones. Whether they pass on or get addicted to a drug or or just become manic, or you never know what's going to happen to a person. I never know what's going to happen to me. Anything could happen. Anything could happen. Just you cannot predict life. You gotta be able to lean back on your own constitution. Alcoholism almost killed me, but family was there to help. Yeah. And you know what? God bless your family. Just like God bless my family, and especially my dad, for being there for me when I was down at my worst. If it hadn't been for him, I'd probably be homeless, you know? Anyone who tries to shame you for ever falling down and becoming an addict, and says the things to you like they said to me, like, oh, your parents must hate you or whatever, be disgusted by you, or you must have been a real pain on your parents. It's like, wow, wow, just don't we shouldn't listen to those people, because they have no idea what they're talking about. They absolutely have no idea. They don't know our parents, they don't know us. It's just, yeah, I mean, super low IQ comment. Low IQ comment. Aren't these cute shoes though? I've never played Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. Definitely need family if you're dealing with alcoholism. Exactly, exactly. I know. I know they're tennis shoes. Mm, really cute with this shirt too. The little tints of red there. Hey, I'll be right back. Mm. Here, Barty. Sorry, I had to show my dad my new shoes. Aren't they cute though? They're like, let me see. Let me see if we can. Here, 1 sec. 1 second. Aren't those adorable? Crimson dessert. Super happy to see that you're really feeling yourself. Oh, well, thank you. It's fun, like Skyrim without the magic and dragons. Yeah, they're glittery. Because I really wanted to find some tennis shoes that looked a little bit like Dorothy's red slippers, and I found them. Withdrawal is absolutely, that's one of the hardest hurdles to overcome in addiction. And the more you avoid it, the more the fear builds up. But something's got to give, man. It's either now or it could be never. Let me see if Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 is on sale on Steam. I gotta put this away. I'll be right back. Where's the restroom? I think yeah, one of my favorite colors now is I like red a lot. I like red and teal and mauve. Red, teal, and mauve. When I was a little kid, I always wanted Dorothy's red slippers. I always wanted those slippers so bad. And I found some tennis shoes that kind of look like 'em. Aren't those adorable? Okay. Oh yeah, I was gonna look up that game. What was it again? Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. Okay. Okay. You can do it all by yourself. God, I gotta organize my stuff here. It's just so. Mm, there we go. Gosh, what else is here, man? Now I need to move because I'm not using it right now. Cool if I had some like shelving or something to organize stuff here. It's like very little space. Notes. Kingdom Come Deliverance. Deliverance 2. And if anyone would like to commission me for a painting, I'll share that information too, as I've forgotten to do that again. So let me share that info. Uh-uh. Oh, I knew that Coachella was gonna be interesting. I would never want to do that unless I was super, 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 super rich. It's like night and day. Let's see. Share this information. Okay, so let's see. Okay. Okay, and then my Instagram, where you can see a lot of my art. Katrina dot art, and then my Discord. My Discord is emerald underscore wing underscore 13473. Okay, and I'll just pin that. Kingdom. I can't tell you how many bottles of vodka were buried in the woods in large bags for my father. I'm pretty sure the hole was 20 feet long, 8 feet deep, 13 foot wide. It eventually was filled to the top. Sheesh, man. Yeah, I think that alcoholism is one of the most miserable addictions you can imagine. Leaves you so sick and depressed, too. Yeah, I'm glad I'm not drinking anymore. That could have definitely killed me, especially when I was doing the Suboxone on top of it. It is 6:30 p.m. here. Thank you for the flower, Jabe. Kingdom Come Deliverance too. That's what I was sorry. I was trying to see where that game, the game recommendation. Ah, they might have it. Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 art book. Then they have the soundtrack. They don't have the game. That's weird. That was the same with another game I tried to find. Huh. Anyway, sheesh. If I can find it, I will. Somewhere else though, probably. I was surprised that they had this game from 1993 that my brother used to play that I love to watch him. I love to watch him play this game when I was little. The Day of the Tentacle. It's a it's a mouse game. Click it's a click game. Click clicky game. Oops. Gotta be careful not to run over my cords here. Yeah. It's fun. Skyrim without the magic and dragons. I'll see where I can find that. You need to, yeah, I mean, here's the thing, man. It's like once I moved out or yeah, and went to college, that's when I began to realize that hey, people don't think I'm a dumb person. People don't think I'm pathetic. People don't think I'm this and that the names that I was called growing up. I realized that actually people value my opinion and they don't belittle me and people are actually nice and they won't bully me. Like I began to realize that people actually do respect me and they're very kind. That was a good wake up call. Cause I mean if I was homeschooled and it's like if I live under a roof where I'm just being bullied and criticized constantly and told like if my dad so much as stands up for me, she'll say things like when I was 9 years old that I'm always trying to come in between her and my dad. Like how fucked up is that? I mean, she called me a homewrecker for no reason. This is sick. Absolutely sick for a mother to be jealous of their daughter, especially as it pertains to like not just competition, but yeah, it's like she doesn't seem to realize there are different types of love. A father's love for their daughter, for her, just doesn't compute. It's just fucked up the idea she has in her mind. That say you look like a man, they need glasses. I think you're a beautiful lady. Thank you, Lindy. Yeah, I think they're jealous little incels who can't get a woman, so they're just gonna go online and insult other women. And it's the same as like someone emasculating a guy. They're trying to do the same thing. And now there isn't like a cut and dry term for like the female equivalent of being emasculated. But yeah, effeminate. They're trying to effeminate or yeah, effeminate me if that's a term. It's disgusting, isn't it? Yeah, I watched him dig this huge hole. I thought we was putting a septic tank in. Ooh. And then every time he would fill a bag up, he would say, "Boy, take it out there and throw it in a hole." Wow. He didn't want for the family to see. Well, yeah. Jeesh. Yeah, that is close to home, man. It's basically what ended my brother, what wrecked him. Yep, I'm definitely not a man, that's for damn sure. I think these are just really insecure and jealous guys who they're basically chinless. They don't have a strong jawline like I do. So they're just jelly. They're just insecure. They just want to get a reaction. Who knows? Thank you. You kind of look like my music teacher in high school. Oh, I miss my music teacher. She was cool. Oh, actually, I shouldn't like say that her name. I don't know. No, she was cool. Actually, I have a hard time finding her. Tried to find her on Facebook and I couldn't find her. Mm, but yeah, I took piano lessons when I was little. A grown woman should never think a child is coming between her and the person she's with. If that's the case, she's very insecure. Oh, I know exactly, Uncle Sanitariums. You hit the nail. You hit the hammer. Sorry, you hit the nail on the head right there. Yes, a lot of people here think I look like Juliet Lewis or Sarah Connor from The Terminator. I think they're both really pretty, so I take it as a compliment. My father once told me that I am a worthless father because my ex-wife went away. Oh, brother. Now that's cruel. They don't it's like, what do they even know about I mean, I don't know anything about the dynamic, of course. I don't know what he knows, but he certainly doesn't have a right to say that. He really doesn't. That's disgusting. Yeah, I mean, wow. I had a female friend that went through that. They literally moved her out of the house and over the garage. Wow. I do have a job, and it's none of your business, Fusion. Also, I can't stand people like you, Fusion. This is for you. You don't know me. You don't know my life. And if you're a-okay with oh yeah, Kamala's for they them. Trump is for us. If you're I mean, if you're okay with men in prison being able to say that they're women at the drop of a hat and move into female prisons because obviously you don't care about women, you don't care about women's sports, you don't care about keeping our country safe, you want everyone to come into our country illegally, you fail to mention the word illegal because you know it would uh, just completely defy your argument. People who come into this country illegal, we might as well say that people are allowed to drive drunk just because they're good people. No, it's if it's going to it's going to make other people think that they can come into our country illegally, who have committed crimes, who are committing crimes, who have been G R wording women in our country, and we're not going to allow that anymore. We're not going to allow any more GR wording in our country. Oh, or any more media lies. We're not gonna allow any more media lies and, "Oh, Maryland man," Maryland family man or whatever. It's all lies. It's all lies, and the only reason why they want all these illegal immigrants coming into our country is because they know that they're gonna vote for them. It's they're trying to expand their voter base. They don't care about Americans. They want us to all be homeless and stupid and they don't want for us to vote. They want for illegal immigrants to vote so that there will always have a Democrat in office. No. And I'm also pro-life if that pisses you off. Wow, what a moron. I know, right? Faceless keyboard trolls makes one wonder how perfect they are. I know, right? I know. I'm just imagining what I have an image in my head, as to what they might look like, and I'm imagining someone with cotton candy colored hair, probably an unhealthy weight, you know, constantly writes all of their pronouns in their profile and just to show everyone that I'm oppressed, everybody. Here's my oppression card. You got to do as I say. You got to do what you got to if you don't think like me, then I'm going to make sure that everybody hates you. It's just, yeah, wow. These people are vindictive and full of hate and lies, always lying. If you so much as say, "Hey, I think I was wrong about Trump. He's not he's not a bad guy." They're going to try to make your life miserable. Mila Jovovich, oh, she's so pretty. Thank you. Christy Mc sorry, McNichol. I've never heard of her. Let me see. Christy McNichol? That's a fun last name to say too. McNichol. Christy McNichol. Hey, I can kind of see that. I mean, her hair is kind of similar to mine right now. And this. That's very 70s, dude. A little bit like similar hair. Mm, Sorry about that, Chief. My bad. Hopefully, oh no. Was it like that for a long time? I'm so sorry. Oh no. My bad. Yeesh. Sorry, I was also behind in the comments here, so I didn't see your message. You're telling me that it's muted for a while. My bad. I'm so sorry. I've got a clumsy finger. Eh, I've got a clumsy ass finger, man, and I should always check on that just to make sure. Sorry about that, Chief. I don't answer questions to people who don't think with logic. It's like arguing with an idiot. It's pointless. Oh, I know, right? They don't listen to you. It goes through one ear and out the other. They just want to prove their point, which, well, they never even prove a point. They just throw insults at you, man. They just call you names and tell you that you're a bigot. Basically you're just a bad person for voting for someone who's trying to expose the real the real corruption, the Clintons, and only reason why he's in the Epstein files is because they're corresponding amongst themselves on how to get rid of Trump, because Trump was trying to expose them. Before any of this was mainstream, Trump was trying to expose Epstein. He was trying to expose these corrupt elites, and they wanted to get rid of him. They were trying to blackmail him. It's so messed up how these people are so desperate to find something that he's done wrong in terms of like children or whatever, when it's their side that's doing that. It's the elites in Hollywood, it's the PDF-philia is rampant amongst their kind, amongst Hollywood, amongst everyone who tried to support Kamala Harris. It's disgusting. They don't see, they don't care about evidence. They don't want to look at the footage of Trump exposing these people and constantly bringing up that Epstein is a bad man, and that here's the thing, if it's Trump, oh my gosh, if he were to save a drowning baby, they'd still hate him. He made it so that animal abuse would be would be charged and condemned, and they don't, not a word out of them. Yeah, I mean, he said he stopped associating with Epstein as soon as he heard about that island, or knew that anything, like that there was corruption in any sense of the word. He dropped him like a hot potato and tried to expose them, and they couldn't take that. Epstein invited a whole lot of rich and powerful people to his parties. That doesn't mean every single one of them is guilty for that. Like, you could be invited to anybody's party and not know, just because of connections, and not know who they really are. But of course, they it's like they're hungry for anything they can lay on him. They're desperate. They're so desperate that they're willing to commit slander. Oh, I'm sorry, Uncle Sanitariums. It is, yeah, we have the mute working now. Yeah, the volume should be working now. 5 minutes? Yeah, maybe. I don't know.